Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. Welcome to the session. Kindly confirm if you guys can join and hear me properly. If you have joined, please let me know. Okay. So those watching me for the first time, I'm Niharika John Mehra, your Faculty of English, and we are here daily meeting for some sessions. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays we have class at 1:30 p.m. and this is practice series going on. So on Monday we are practicing RCs and parajumbles. Wednesday, like today, we will be practicing error detection and sentence correction, and Fridays anything that relates to vocab. So we have covered all the verticals जो आपके एग्जाम से पूछे जा सकते हैं. और उससे भी interesting session is going on Monday to Saturday 8 p.m. and that's the editorial session. I need not tell you so much important it is for us to cover editorial in order to make sure we are on the track with respect to all together things required for English. एकदम केवल vocab से काम होगा नहीं, केवल grammar से होगा नहीं. People thinking only reading is enough. In the present scenario, it's not enough. We have to work on every single aspect जिसमें से क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है, and we need to work and improve that. That's what we do in editorial session. Okay, so yeah, that's there. जल्दी से like और share कर दो वीडियो को. Make sure to subscribe and check out the description for Telegram group. That's where you get the free PDFs of the classes. Okay, so one by one question आएंगे आपके सामने. You have to answer the question here in the chat. Simple. Let's begin. Answer is definitely B. The defenses of the castles and towns were repaired because other people, the workers, the laborers are gonna work on the defenses. Usually defenses, the outer wall covering the castle and towns. Anyway, were repaired आएगा, were repair नहीं आएगा at considerable expense. It was costly and brought back into service. और उसको वापस से काम पे लगाया गया. I mean, they were now fine and serving their purpose. If you have doubt in any other part, you thought that is an error, you can mention it here. I would love to clarify your doubt. Answer is no error. Over the course of the war, this is starter, सही है, over a period, Great Britain gained enormous areas of what land, because there were multiple areas, not just one piece of land, so this is correct. And influence, gained land, areas of land, and gained influence. So influence as a noun use हुआ है. at the cost of the French. Okay, whenever आप कहीं के लोगों के बारे में बताते हो, talk about the people of a nation, you always use the French, the Indians, the Brits, like that. Move on to the next question. Answer it here, guys. It would be good if you can answer here. Just don't keep in your mind and heart wherever you are. So the performance was considered what? A great success and was followed by annual concerts that continued throughout his life. So throughout means right from the first point till the last point of something. Throughout gives you that meaning. It is a preposition. To means hokar jana, which is not the meaning. Yeah. Why? Performance was followed. There was something else, no? And by bhi diya hai yahan pe to. So it is clearly passive. The performance was followed by something else. So the action of follow is done on the performance. Of the endlessly variety, यहीं पे समझ आ जाता है variety is clear cut a noun. So I want an adjective to describe a noun. Of the endless variety of ritualistic folk dances. Out of this, out of the dances, many have magical significance and many are connected with ancient cults. Hiding behind humor. See, if you want to use verb first form right in the beginning, जो कि first word है sentence का, that would make the sentence an imperative sentence, which is a command or a request. Okay, like answer these questions. Do not look in your book. Now, when I say this, it is an instruction, something like that. I cannot find the same tone here. Definitely, word first form cannot be my first word of the sentence. So, hiding behind humor ऐसा करते हुए he was intensely aware of his inability to produce what works of what of political significance. Rest everything is correct. As per Olympic rules, the nations of Scotland, Wales, and England, because there are three nations, that's why nations, okay, were not allowed to play. How separately? To play place verb, to explain verb. Uh, no, 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 no. We have a very strong rule, a specific rule for using the before names of the countries or nations. It should have the word kingdom or united or union or republic. When these are the words or any of these words you find in the name of the country, then only you are going to use the, otherwise no. So they were not allowed to play separately as they were not sovereign states. Tasmania now has a wide range of restaurants. In part, now in part is when you are reasoning or anything that is partially because of due to something, or you just want to convey the meaning that something is partially done. So into ne, in part is the correct adverbial phrase. In part due to the arrival of what? Of immigrants, and changing due to changing cultural patterns. So changing patterns, but what patterns? Cultural. So that's what we have here. Into is wrong. I, I read it into X. Like, what is this? Then I understood it is like, that's the wrong word. Before the invasion by the Spanish, just now we saw the French, दो तीन question पहले. Cuba was inhabited, okay, by three distinct, three है तो plural है, And these people inhabited Cuba, so of course, passive is what we need. Tribes of indigenous peoples of the Americas. So we are talking about North America, South Americas, hence the Americas, and peoples because there are three tribes. Always, if we want to distinguish, we want to talk about that, we have mixture of people coming from different nations, different territory, different tribes. तो हम peoples word का use करते हैं. Make sure to like and share in case आप late हुए हो और अभी बहुत question remaining है. So just continue answering. So to this one is no error. Folk dances are for recreation and for enjoyment. So for applies to the second word also. And are often where at the center. Center of what? Seasonal celebrations and social events. So yes. Is there any doubt in C? You can ask. If you feel like, that the C has something wrong in your mind, you can ask. Form of O-double-F. Occasionally, individual snakes will reveal their presence because snakes are to there with a loud and sustained hissing. Hissing के adjectives हैं. Hoping to warn off potential aggressors. Warn off करा जाता है. Basically warn ही करना हो रहा है, but you don't OF वाला off. You don't use this off in case when you want to talk about literal warning. Sentence correction. Looking at subject. In the previous one, I'll check and let you know. While this serves to articulate public demands, it constrains the administration into looking at things only from a particular point of view. Simple, किसी चीज को देखना. If you look up, you try to find the meaning of something. And यहाँ पे into what? I wanted a gerund, and that's why D is your answer. In the previous question, yes, individual snakes. Snakes, this word was your subject. It constrains, this is the main verb, and main verb is done now. So it constrains administration into what? Into looking. So we want a gerund and hence D. So far. So the correct phrase, a starter is so far, ABCD has happened. मतलब अब तक इतना इतना हुआ है. Just that this is how the phrase is used. Okay. No further explanation needed. Yes. Yes. That's how it is. Are we talking about the previous sentence? Are you confused in this sentence or any other question where we had Zeba? Let me know, okay? Answer to this one is definitely C. The BJP has opposed the center's project 2 plus V1, and set up means to establish anything, to construct something. Aerodrome की बात है तो definitely setup आएगा. Okay? Zeba, please let me know, what's your doubt related to the question we did previous to this one? Answer to this one is taken a toll. So something that has put a lot of impact on someone in a negative manner. So that's there. I will check the question and let you know. Okay. The noise pollution generated by thousands of mechanized boats operating in the region has already has. तो has के साथ taken नहीं लगाएंगे तो क्या लगाएंगे? What more do you want as hint? We will circle back to that question, okay? I'll have to find it because वो काफी ऊपर चला गया होगा. तो snakes वाला question, right? I think the word was occasionally, right? And when I occasionally is not barely, seldom, randomly, never. So it's again not one of those words for which I would require inversion. Rarely, barely, never, those are the words. Especially when जिसके साथ when चलता है. The verdict was delivered because it is singular, and we want to use because this happened last week, we want to use past tense whenever your sentence has anything that is that's a time stamp जो past का time बता रहा होता है. You always use simple past tense, and yeah, we will go with B. Answer is super duper easy. I would rather have company of books and rather hai comparison hai, so we will use then watch a movie, because I would rather have hai rather ke baad you have verb first form, so even after then I'm gonna maintain the balance and use first form. Okay, it sounds odd with rather, but yeah, that's how we check the parallelism and we also check the combination that is used with the word rather. They had an architect remodel their house. Such a small sentence, no? But then home is part of the part where you have the family, it's more about not about the building but about people living together. But remodel agar hoga, remodel is the literal thing that is happening to the structure, and if I'm talking about the structure, house is the right word. Okay, that's okay. We still have 15 minutes to go, so remaining questions are there. Home, mostly it talks about the family part, people living together, warmth of a family bond. House talks about the literal structure, brick and mortar, like that. And this is now for exam purpose. In newspapers and in many places, you will find this V1 being used. That's okay, acceptable in informal English. Exam में नहीं होता है. You have to remove the two. Use bare infinitive, direct verb in its first form after main verb help. So my sister helped me solve this difficult sum. No, not to solve, only solve. That's the rule I'm talking about. The Taj Mahal. So easy. So whenever you are talking about historic monuments, especially those that are world popular, then you use the before the names of them. The beauty of the Taj Mahal, anamors. The beauty anamors is the verb. Many foreign tourists. Many है तो plural आया है. Many is there. So for many we have to use a plural. That's absolutely correct. keep revising the rules, okay? It's okay to make mistake in class. The Indian government has been stressing on or upon what? Upon digitization. For whenever you have a time period, you use for. If you have a point of origin, a point of starting, then you use since. So there you go. The sentence correction highlighted part is to be checked. According to surveys, about 20% of young adults use cocaine, and this a percent is twice the number that was reported in the 1977 survey. You are just supposed to use POD formula, point of difference, compare every option in vertical manner, couple of words उठा के check करने हैं, and you will know these. Reported at the end makes no sense, so दो option यहाँ चले गए. Twice as much as those reported. Unnecessary, we are using the word those because those can mean multiple things here. So that's why we want to keep it very simple. Twice of what? The number, जो कि percent में already दिया है. For this, you may have to keep the full screen on. Just one question was lengthy. One or two questions are a little lengthy. They are filling up the screen. According to BBB, if you fail to advertise the highest price in a range of prices for a service or product as prominently as that of the lowest, it violates. Now, okay, तो यहाँ पे जो पूरी मेन बात है if को लेकर, it's like a puzzle. It makes no sense here, okay? But it does give you a sense that you can contract and bring clarity. गलत नहीं है, it's just wordy, complex. So we have to figure out कि इसको replace कैसे करें. So according to BBB, failure to what? To advertise the highest price in what range of prices for what a service or product as prominently as the lowest. Failure violates the protection law, consumer protection law. सिंपल है, फेलियर किसका, क्यों, कब, कहाँ, उसको थोड़ा एक्सप्लेन करा है, बट दिस इज हाउ वी डू इट. इफ को अगर आपको यूज करना है, इफ यू फेल टू एडवर्टाइज the highest price in a range of prices for a service or product as prominently as that of the lowest it. Now यहाँ पे तो आपका जो चीज़ है वो exactly वही है. Then why are we even like putting so many words just to put more confusion in, है ना? First option. If one fails, अगर one का use होगा तो later on सब जगह one का use होगा. It's something for which I need violates का subject. And यहाँ पे if condition is not working that well, it is simply complicating the sentence. Likewise, C was the answer. थोड़ा सा और ध्यान से पढ़ना इसको. हाँ, I'm just एंडी क्वेश्चन था, बट आई होप दैट यू गॉट इट. आप पूरे ही सेंटेंस चेंज करना है. ओके, ऑल्टरनेटिव फाइंड करना है, द बेस्ट ऑल्टरनेटिव. देयर मे बी टू ऑल्टरनेटिव्स व्हिच आर करेक्ट, बट द बेस्ट मतलब जो क्लियर कट मीनिंग दे. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू एनपीए, है ना, अकॉर्डिंग टू एनपीए पहले बोल के खत्म कर दें, फिर वॉट एवर एनपीए से इज हम वो बोलें. दैट इज अ ग्रेट वे टू गो. सो ऐसे ही बी सी डी एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं. Per capita consumption of pasta in the US is approaching 19 pounds, which has been approaching 19 pounds a year. This is not the case where we want to use perfect continuous tense. First begin and will reach 30 pounds a year by the 21st century. So अभी कितना है, आगे कितना होगा, बहुत ही clearly E is giving the answer. Okay, it's like connecting same piece of information, similar piece of information next to each other, ताकि when we read we get a clear idea of something that is given to us in our mind. According to the professor's philosophy, an antidote to envy is, the antidote to envy is what? The antidote to envy, one's own work, always one's own work, not thinking about it, not assessing it, but simply doing it. Actually, sorry guys, इस भी यहाँ पे part आना था, my mistake in this one. So the antidote is खुद का काम and stressing upon it. Always खुद का काम, not thinking about it, not assessing, examining it, but simply doing it. So this is like we clarify. First we talk about what it is. देखो, Did you understand the question? It's paraphrasing. It's not sentence correction. Paraphrasing means you get a set of words, you now restructure it in a better, clear manner or in your own way. Same बात को दूसरी तरीके से बोलना. That is what it is. अभी आपके लिए already hint है यहाँ पर. What we do is we want to maintain clarity. Clarity कैसे रहेगी? Not using unnecessary words, keeping connected words close to each other. Now, in this case, जैसे क्वेश्चन था, the antidote is, तो पहले बताओ antidote क्या है? It is one's own work और ये stress दे रहा है, always one's own work. तो क्या है पहले वो बताया. Now, क्या नहीं है? Not thinking about it, not assessing it, लेकिन simply doing it. So this is the contrast that I can use at the end. So चीजों को properly arrange करा जा रहा है यहाँ पे. The piece of information, there is a particular way for clear comprehension that you have to keep. ठीक है? Yeah. I hope now it is clear. होता है कभी कभी. So that's it for today. Thank you so much all of you for joining the session. I'm gonna meet you now at 8 p.m. in an editorial session. So yeah, we are done. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye-bye.